let's shift gears for a moment and talk about what it actually means to build an iconic online presence. It's not about fame, it's not about follow accounts, and it's definitely not about filters or dancing in reels. Unless, of course, that is your thing, in which case, absolutely go for it. Don't hold back. An iconic online presence is about being recognizable, relatable, and real. It's about building trust before you ever make a sale. It's about showing up as you with a clear message, a consistent voice, and content that actually connects. Because if people don't know who you are, they can't work with you now, can they? Welcome back to the Property Management Podcast. Thank you so much for having me in your ears. Now, today's episode is a little bit personal, a little bit strategic, and hopefully a whole lot inspiring because I want to talk to you about how I built an iconic online presence. I know that sounds like really big ego talk there, but I literally started from scratch with no profile, nobody knew me, and no followers, nothing. So I feel like I have stand by that statement of building an iconic online presence. But also the truth about what it takes to put yourself out there, especially when life has completely fallen apart. And you may have already heard this story, but I'll share a few more details with you in this episode. If you met me 5 years ago, you wouldn't recognize me. Back then, my life had crumbled. I walked away from my business, my marriage had ended, I was financially stretched, emotionally exhausted, and trying to hold it all together for my family while wondering what on earth was I going to do next. Oh, and to top that off, I had a mother who was very unwell as well. She'd had a stroke, and we had to make the heartbreaking decision to put her into a care facility. So nothing ever happens in ones for me. It's always three, five, or more things all seem to happen all at the same time for me. And I was honestly pretty broken. I was scared. I felt invisible. And the idea of showing up online, sharing my voice, my story, my face, well, that absolutely terrified me. And maybe you can relate to feeling like that as well. I thought, who am I to teach anyone? Who am I to start again? That's imposter syndrome, right? The nasty little voice that tells you you're not enough, even when you know deep down you've got something to give, something really valuable to give, and you really do love to make an impact and help other people. But I also knew this, I couldn't go back to the way that things were. So I started small. I wrote a blog, just little stories about property management, leadership, mindset, and lessons I'd learnt the very hard way. And you know what? People started reading, they started resonating, they started replying with, oh my goodness, I needed to hear that today. The blog became educational posts on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. And then the posts eventually evolved into online courses. And the courses also led to me creating this podcast. And now, 5 years later, I run a done for you services business that's changing lives inside real estate agencies every single day. And I don't say that lightly either. Our taskers are helping business owners and property managers move from stress and chaos to clarity and calm. We're creating systems, automations, and transparent communication so that teams can actually breathe again and focus on what they do best: retention, growth, and relationships. And it makes me really happy when I speak with clients and hear them say things like, Kylie, I finally feel on top of things again, or I've finally got time for my family again now. And you know what the crazy part is? It all started with the decision to show up when no one was watching. So if you're listening this and you're scared to post that video or attend that networking event or make that cold call, do it anyway, because you never know where putting yourself out there will actually take you. Now let's shift gears for a moment and talk about what it actually means to build an iconic online presence. It's not about fame, it's not about follow accounts, and it's definitely not about filters or dancing in reels. Unless, of course, that is your thing, in which case, absolutely go for it. Don't hold back. An iconic online presence is about being recognizable, relatable, and real. It's about building trust before you ever make a sale. It's about showing up as you with a clear message, a consistent voice, and content that actually connects. Because if people don't know who you are, they can't work with you now, can they?
If you're ready to be a super organised, focused, and productive property manager, buckle up because Colmio is about to revolutionise the way that you work. Colmio is the driving force behind property management excellence in residential real estate. Now picture this, a comprehensive end-to-end system designed to be the beating heart of your property management tasks, manage your properties, owners and tenants, and handle payments, inspections, and even marketing listings without leaving the platform. Colmio is designed to be an all-in-one solution to all your property management needs. And here's the game changer. Colmio isn't just software. It's been awarded the most innovative prop tech scale up in 2023. Yes, you heard it right. Colmio has been recognised for their groundbreaking approach to property management software. How good is that? So property managers, whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, dive into the future of property management with Colmio. You can book in a demo with the team today and go in their weekly draw for a Prezi gift card worth $100. All you need to do is to head to the link colmio.com/thatpropertymum, and Colmio is Kolmeo.
So let's break this down into 5 core pieces for building an iconic online presence. Step 1 is clarity around your brand message. What do you stand for? Who do you help? What results do you create? If someone lands on your social media profile or your website, they should know exactly what you do and how you can help in 10 seconds or less. If you confuse, you absolutely lose. The second thing you can do is get consistent in showing up. You don't need to be online 24/7, but you do need to show up regularly and with purpose. Whether it's posting 3 times a week or sending out a monthly newsletter, consistency builds relatability and relatability builds trust. The third thing you need to do is create content that connects and converts. This is where you blend education, inspiration, and your own authenticity. Educational posts teach your audience about something useful, aspirational, show them what's possible, and personal, let them see the human behind the business. People buy from people they trust, and trust comes from building that initial connection. Fourth thing you can do is build a strong digital home base. Your website is where curiosity becomes commitment. Make it clear, warm, and simple to navigate. Add an about page that tells your story, not your resume, and a strong call to action that moves people closer to working with you. And the fifth thing you can do is bring the authenticity and the energy. This is the secret sauce. The thing that makes your brand magnetic is actually you. Your energy, your story, your ways of communicating. And when you show up as your full, unapologetic self, you become unforgettable. And if you're wondering where to start, well, of course, I've got your back. Here's your action plan. I want you to audit your current online presence. Ask yourself, is it clear? Is it consistent and confident? Then choose 2 platforms to focus on where your ideal client might be hanging out. Maybe it's Facebook and Instagram, or maybe it's Facebook and LinkedIn. I would definitely choose those 2 combinations, either of those 2 combinations. Batch your content. So use tools like Canva, Later, Simplify, Plannable, and ChatGPT and Copy.ai to help you plan and write content faster. And tell more stories. Every week, share one story, big or small, that shows your audience who you are and what you've learned. And here's the truth. 5 years ago, I was scared, I was lost, and I was starting over. And today I get to work with incredible business owners, lead an amazing team here onshore and offshore. I get to speak at some amazing events and teach others how to future-proof their businesses for the digital age. All because I took one messy, imperfect, brave step and then another, and you get the picture. So if you're sitting on the sidelines, overthinking and waiting for the perfect moment to put yourself out there, please take this as your sign. Just start, because you never know where it might lead you. And speaking of starting, I am beyond excited to share that the doors are officially opened to my brand new Digital Marketing and AI Academy, a new signature online course that walks you step by step through how to build a business designed for the digital and AI-driven world. This is your complete roadmap to building a personal brand that stands out, learning how to use AI to save time and boost results, streamlining your systems and marketing, and future-proofing your business for long-term success. If you missed the free masterclass, there's a replay link waiting in the show notes for you. Otherwise, you can head straight to the sales page and take a peek at what's inside. It'll also be in the show notes. It's everything I wish I had when I was starting over, a blueprint to help you skip the overwhelm, build confidence online, and create something that truly lasts. So thank you so much for tuning in today. If this episode resonated, please share it with a colleague or tag me on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. I love hearing your stories and seeing who's listening. It really does fill up my bucket. Until next time, thank you so much for having me in your ears. And you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to be brave enough to start.
Can I ask you a quick favour before you leave this episode? Now, we all know how important reviews are for businesses these days, and mine is no different. If you could spare just a minute to follow, rate and review this podcast, it would mean a lot to me. In fact, what would get me super excited is if you share this podcast with someone in the industry who you think might need to hear some of the episodes right now. And if you'd like to find out more about working with me or any of the products I have to help you start, grow or scale your property management business, head to my website, thatpropertymum.com.au, or check out the links in the show notes.